So Esther was a Jew, right? Esther is a Jew. She's now the queen. But the thing is no one knows she's a Jew. Mordecai didn't know, Haman didn't, no one knew she was a Jew. But when he declared all Jews be killed, she's a Jew. And so Mordecai had to let her know. Mordecai had to let her know that this was going to go down. Because not only was she going to die, but all the people that she knew, her family members, were going to die. So go forward, go to Esther 4, chapter 4. And let's start at verse 15. I want to read this. Then Esther sent this reply to Mordecai. Go gather together all the Jews who are in Susa. And check this out. Here's what she says. And fast for me. So she heard the news that they were going to kill all the Jews. And she goes and tells, Mordecai tells her. And then she goes back and tells Mordecai, or tells her people, go tell Mordecai these instructions. Fast for me. Do not eat or drink for 3 days, day or night. This is what she says. I and my maids will fast as you do, and when this is done, I will go to the king. Even though it is against the law, and I perish, and if I perish, I perish. So Mordecai went away, carried out all Esther's instructions. So what we see here is the beginning of a corporate fast. A fast that included all of the Jews. Esther said, go tell all our people to fast for 3 days. A corporate fast. They needed breakthrough, church. They needed a miracle. Because they already selected the date. They had sent out letters to all the people in the region. Thousands of people, probably, I'm not sure how many, but there was thousands of people, and they sent it out throughout the region with the king's signet ring initial on it. Boom. Send it out. All the Jews would die on this particular day. And it went out, and they needed a miracle. The command had already been sent. See, when the king said something that day, it happened. There's no stopping it. When the king says this is going to happen, there's no stopping it. It's going to happen. And he said, and they were going to pay the non-Jewish people to kill them. If you kill these people, he sent it out to the governors and all the city officials throughout the region. And he says, if you kill the Jews, we're going to pay you. Think about that. It was set in motion already. And they needed a miracle. So she says, tell everybody that we need to fast for 3 days because we need divine intervention. Church, if that's you this morning, if you need a miracle in your marriage, if you need breakthrough in your finances, join us in our corporate fast this month. Join us for your breakthrough, for God to move on your behalf, for God to move on your loved one's behalf, for a breakthrough, for a miracle. There's nothing too difficult for the Lord. There is nothing too hard. There is nothing that God can't handle or change in your life. Nothing, church. You see, church, I'm believing that which I have written down, what I've seen, what I've spoken, what I've written down. Now that I'm going to, execute it, I'm choosing to believe that through prayer and fasting this month, I will see miracles. I'm believing that I will see miracles in the physical, on people's physical body. I'm believing that I'm going to see financial breakthroughs. I'm believing because of this fast, people are going to get saved. Amen. Just think about it, church. What if because of your fast this month, what if your family member, that meant the difference between one of your family members going from hell, instead of hell, going to heaven? Get that in yours. What if your fast meant the difference of 5 people going to heaven? Your sacrifice, you living a sacrificial life in the next 30 days, what if that meant breakthrough for your marriage? That changed not only your destiny, but changed the destiny of your children and your grandchildren. What if you knew that's what it meant? Would you do it? Would you then say, sign me up, I'm a soldier, I'm ready to go, let's do this? If you knew that you knew that you knew that people were going to get saved as a result of you fasting corporately with us as a church, would then you do it? Would that be the motivation for you to say, okay, I'll do it? Church, I believe that change will happen because of your fast. I choose to believe that your breakthrough will happen, that your marriage will see results. I believe that your children will be reconciled with the Lord if you fast, if you do this. I believe as a result of your fast, I totally choose to believe it. Church, I'm expecting breakthroughs for many people here at this church, expecting breakthroughs for your personal habits or addictions. Aren't you tired of your habits and your addictions? Aren't you tired of having to hide that and having to deal with this? Shameful of it? Aren't you tired of it? I'm expecting breakthrough in that this year, church. I'm expecting breakthrough in our children's lives, in relationships. Church, I'm believing for personal visitations this year. Jesus showing up in our home, in the physical. And in our church, where we're able to see him physically, I'm believing it, church. I'm expecting for someone to see angels and hear heavenly glorious worship. I'm expecting this, church. I'm expecting and choosing to believe that visions and dreams will be birthed in your hearts this year as a result of this corporate fast. Visions that will be given to us straight from the throne room of God. I am believing that we will have dreams beyond dreams. I'm choosing to believe that we will see revival, church. I'm claiming a revival to hit us individually, and I choose to believe that revival will hit our church. We will not only impact this city and this country, but this world, church. I believe it with all my heart. I choose to believe that every one of us will be closer to Christ after this fast. He will become our best friend like never before. That we will have more trust in him than our bank account. That we will have more trust in him than our job, than our spouse, than our health. A closer relationship, an intimate relationship as a result of this fast. Church, I see it. I believe it. I've written it down, and I believe I'm going to see it happen.